Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel Live and Dream Canada. I'm extremely excited to be back here once again to share my experiences with everyone. For people who see me for the first time, I am an international student studying at Lambton College, Toronto. I'm doing my business management and human resources. I am also working full time as a senior IT recruiter with a company called TechStaff IT Solutions. Today I've completed 6 months in Canada, and I thought it's a very good time to speak about why I chose Canada as a place to study. I'm not going to be sharing one, but I'm going to be sharing 5 reasons why I chose, and I'm sure these 5 reasons will help a lot of students outside in different parts of the world to make a much more informed decision. So reason number one, Canada has the top universities and colleges across the entire globe. Now, if you look at this little link that I've given in the description and you pull out a list of the top 200 colleges and universities, you will find at least 25-30 colleges and universities reflecting in Canada from that list, which shows that Canada undoubtedly provides the best education. In fact, this is the second year in a row consecutively that Canada has scored third when it comes to providing good global education to international students. It comes number one when it comes to safety for students. It ranks number one when it comes to quality of life. It stands number three when it comes to safety for women in this country. And I think that's good enough reasons, for parents and students to pick Canada as a place to study. What I also liked about, the options that you get here in Canada. You can choose between a 1-year course, you can choose between a 2-year course, a 3-year course. For graduates, there's a PG, there's a master's, there's PhD options available. So there's a lot of variation to choose from as well. And again, you're choosing some of the best universities and colleges that is available across the entire globe. So reason number one is the best education that it provides. Okay, so now I'll talk about the second reason why I chose Canada to study is because of its diversity. And trust me, this becomes the most exciting part of studying in Canada. Let me give you an example. In Canada, the population is around 4 crores, and they say 54% of the population comes from outside, from different parts of the whole world, which means let's say you're in a classroom of around 40-45 students. I can guarantee that you'll have at least 30 students coming from different parts of the whole world. So it could be a Chinese, a Korean, a South African from the African continent, or it could be anybody from across the whole globe. Now what happens when you have so much diversity in a classroom? It's mind-blowing to see the kind of ideation that happens, best practices that happens when we're discussing about HR case studies. It's fabulous. Now, if I extend the same concept from studying in a classroom to workplace experience, it becomes even much more better. I'd like to share my own example. I have been working for the last 6 months as a recruiter with TechStaff IT Solutions in the recruitment space, and I feel extremely happy to share that the kind of learnings that I've got about HR procedures, policies, HR systems has been mind-blowing. The kind of learnings that I have got has been out of the whole world. Now to talk about the experience at workplace. The experience at workplace is fabulous because I've been working for the last 6 months as a recruiter. I've been interacting with hiring managers from the top 5 banks in Canada. I've been talking with candidates, across the US and the Canadian market in the technology space. And the kind of experience, the kind of learnings that I've got about HR systems, HR procedures, the kind of best practice that I've learned has been mind-blowing. I will not get this anywhere else. And hence I say that a person who has studied and worked in Canada becomes much more confident and kind of will become a global employee. And I can challenge you that someone who studied and worked here will able to work anywhere across the whole globe. And hence I say reason number two, diversity plays a very important role, and that's why Canada becomes the best place to study. My third reason why I chose Canada is because of job opportunities in Canada for international students. I know now this is a little surprising because today I'm going to use this platform to break the myth created by a lot of people saying that Canada has no jobs. It's difficult to find jobs in Canada. I will not go too far. I'll use my own batch of 45 students as an example. I'm extremely confident and 100% sure that each and every one of them have got a part-time job, and now during my winter break all have got a full-time job in some organization somewhere or the other. It only is a matter of how you want to apply yourself, how you want to actually use the right strategy to get the right job. For people who cannot get through the jobs that they like to, there are ample of survival jobs. I've seen people working, as a security guard and making good money. I've seen people working at Amazon, Tim Hortons, McDonald's, and name it. And the market is hot. I'm working as an IT recruiter. I manage around 25-30 different requisitions at any given point of time for the last 6 months, and I'm extremely glad to share that the market is hot. Canada requires people. It's only about using the right strategy, applying yourself, creating your right resume to actually get the right job. So finally, I would just like to summarize this, my third point with regards to job opportunities. I want to break some myths for sure at the end of it, which people have commonly created. One being, Canada has no jobs. Two, it's difficult to get job in your desired field. Three, people have to leave and go back to their home country because there are no jobs in Canada. These are all myths. Trust me, there are ample of opportunities. As I said before, Canada market right now, job market is really, really hot. There are ample of job opportunities outside, and the icing on the cake is people here believe in dignity of labor, so people don't shy away in doing any kinds of jobs. I've seen people doing labor jobs, and and people don't look down onto them. When I landed in Canada, even I did a labor job. So last but not the least, just to summarize the whole thing, please be rest assured there are ample of job opportunities in Canada. The fourth point is kind of correlated to the third one, because the third one says that there are ample of job opportunities. The fourth point says since you have ample of job opportunities, you will make enough money to repay your education loan. I'm extremely confident if someone is working part-time or full-time during his study, will easily make enough money in the current market scenario to actually repay his or her education loan. I would like to move on to a whiteboard illustration to show you just broadly how much I have spent in the last 6 months, and how much I've really earned in the last 6 months, and generally people. So what I'm going to do in the next is I'm going to move on to a whiteboard presentation, and I'll show you broadly average international students, how much do they really spend here, how much they really earn here, and how they're going to repay their education loan. So it's easily possible. So I hope this little illustration that I showed you, helps make a better choice. Be rest assured, just take the leap of faith. Trust me, once you come down, there are ample of jobs. You'll repay your education loan. In fact, you'll save some money for future as well. And the future is bright. The job market is good. They pay well. So finally, the fifth reason, why we all choose Canada is because of its PR pathway. So there's no doubt about it. We are all as international students choosing to study outside because we all want to get, we're all striving towards that PR pathway. So finally, the fifth and the most important reason why we should choose Canada is because of its PR pathway that it offers. In my opinion, Canada has the most friendly PR pathway for international students. I'm going to share a small link in the description down below, which is IRCC's own website, which talks about 60% of international students who finish 1 year of study and 1 year of working with a Canadian employee under a particular NOC code or a NOC code will get into a PR program for sure, which doesn't mean that the other 40% will have to go back, which means the other 40% who are maybe who are above the age of 30, 35 or 40 like me would actually have to choose a provincial nominee program, which are again designed in such a manner which are more international student friendly. So the point system will favor international students. The point system will favor students who have work experience with a Canadian employee under a particular NOC code. So the point I'm trying to make here is, the likelihood of getting a PR in Canada versus any other country like Australia, UK, or anywhere else that you're evaluating, the likelihood of getting a PR with Canada is really, really, really high, and hence I think that becomes the most important reason why one should choose Canada as a place, and that's the reason why I chose Canada. So finally, just to summarize this little video, we all have our own reasons to choose Canada. My personal reason for choosing Canada as a place to study is because of its beauty. Beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. I was here in 2019 and I fell in love with the place. I fell in love with the beauty of Canada had to offer, the discipline that people lived. I fell in love with the lifestyle. I fell in love with the work. I fell in love with the people. I loved everything that I saw in Canada, and that was my personal choice for coming and staying here. So finally, just to summarize this whole discussion, everybody has their own choices to make. These are my 5 reasons why I think one should choose Canada to study. But yes, my own personal reason is because I fell in love with the beauty of Canada. Besides these 5 things, I found Canada to be extremely beautiful. I had been here in 2019 with my wife, and I fell in love with the place. I fell in love with the houses. I fell in love with everything that I saw, and I made my decision that I would actually move ahead. So I'm going to wish everybody all the very best to make their choice to come to Canada. If there's anything else that you would like to know with regards to my moving to Canada, feel free to comment down in the comment box below, and I would be more than happy to make a follow-up video on that. Thank you. All the very best.